The journey doesn't look like what we imagined it to look like because it's not meant to be that way. All we can imagine is where we want to end up, and we have to trust that God is going to take us down the road. God knows the best road for us to travel. And as I say that, a car literally comes down the road. Like, that's kind of crazy. But God knows the best path for us to travel, so that way we can go where we're asking him to take us. And even though the destination looks nothing like how we thought it would look like, we have to understand that we are so used. If y'all are hearing squeaking, that's the ducks in the water. There are like at least 20 ducks over there, a family of ducks. But like I was saying, we are so used to instant gratification and having things come easy. I will say that technology has really made so many of us be out of touch with who we really are. And that's why I love going to the park, or love coming out here to this neighborhood and sitting by the water, because it just reminds me that I am a part of all of this. I am natural and I am nature. I am nature. Just like these trees are just being trees. They don't have this God complex that they feel like they're better than anybody else. They just allow themselves to be. These trees allow themselves to bloom. They allow themselves to grow. They allow themselves to lose their leaves. They allow themselves to trust God. They allow themselves to be stable without trying to be anything else. But like I was saying, we get so used to instant gratification. You have to think about it. We are able to go to the grocery store and purchase food. We have pretty much everything at our fingertips that is taught us that we don't have to really use much or use our brains to obtain anything. If I wanted to, I could go to the store and buy a coconut, but there are some coconuts in this tree here. There's none in this tree behind me, but there's some here, and I could just grab. Like, you gotta think about it. Back in the day, way back in the day, we had to go and actually forage for our food. There are so many ducks here. Right now I'm looking at dinner. If this was the old days, before technology, before supermarkets, and you had to go make your own weapons, there's some sticks around me. I could start whittling them and make a spear. There's some fish in this water. I could do some spear fishing. I could climb this tree, get some coconuts. There's about 20 ducks over there. I could have dinner for 20 days and 20 nights. Literally, like. But it's not like that anymore, and we've gotten so used to instant gratification that we've gotten out of touch with God. Instant gratification has gotten us out of touch with God. So I completely forgot to mention this in the video, but the whole thing about instant gratification is that this is why we have become so impatient. I think it's about to rain again. It's been raining all day, y'all, and it don't look like it's stopping. And I want to record a video, but I don't think so. I don't think that's happening today, and that's okay. I just got to get through it. Anyways, when it comes to God, how I was saying it gets us out of touch with God is because when we pray to God, when we ask for guidance, when we yearn so deeply to be where we want to be, we forget that things take time because we have gotten so accustomed to being able to go get something the minute we want to get it. And that's what takes us out of touch with God, because we have to wait on God. We're so used, naturally, we are used to waiting on God to provide. We are so used, back then it was about waiting on God to provide, letting God guide you, to letting God take you where He's trying to take you. But now that we have access to these things, it is raining, but now that we have access to things at the tips of our fingers, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we've gotten so used to getting things when we want it. We've gotten spoiled. That's the thing. We have gotten spoiled. And I don't like to use the word lazy, but I like to use the word out of touch. I like to use the word comfortable. We've gotten comfortable with getting things when we want it, how we want it, what we want. And now we don't wait on God anymore. That's why I be saying, like, you gotta really disconnect from the screens and really get off social media. And yeah, we gotta wait on God. It's not up to us to take us where we want to be. We gotta slow down and be on God's timing. Having the ability to access dopamine at the tips of your fingers, literally right in your phone, instead of just finding joy and happiness in what's around you, we just light up a little box and find that on, like, find that artificial dopamine. And the reason why it feels like it's never enough is because it's artificial, it's not natural. But when you come out here and you just get you some fresh air and you just enjoy life, like people riding their bikes, fish in the water, ducks going around, a whole family of ducks swimming across the water, you find that you see how good God really is, and you allow yourself to relax. You really gotta allow yourself to enjoy the journey, enjoy where you are, and just slow down. The reason why things feel so difficult, the reason why things feel so hard, the reason why things feel like you're not getting anywhere is because you are exerting your energy. You have to understand that there is nothing you can do physically to get you to where you want to be quicker. Because you have to understand that, in the metaphor I like to use, is God is driving the car. You're just a passenger. I don't know if y'all ever have been a passenger in somebody's car before, but like, let's say you're going somewhere you ain't never been, and they be like, and you're in control of the GPS. You be like, okay, so coming up, you gotta turn right here. But in so many words, God is the GPS, right? But you put the destination in the GPS. You tell God, I want to go to Disney World, and God pulls up the GPS, and you know how the GPS will show you different routes to take. God, even though, let's say one route says this one will take longer, but it's fewer turns, and then the next route says this one is quicker, but you might experience some traffic. Either or, there's always going to be something that happens in each route. You understand what I'm saying? No route is going to be a completely perfect route. We have to understand that once we just allow life to be natural and unfold naturally, things just get so much easier, and just things get so much better. And I always think like this whenever I come outside, because having these moments where I'm outside, I just be realizing like everything is unfolding naturally as it is meant to be. It really is. There is nothing that I can do physically outside of myself to make things go faster. If you want to get to where you want to be, you have to embody who you want to become, the version of you that you want to become. That means you have to heal. You have to face your demons. You have to, and I don't like using that word because I've been saying this since I was a child. I don't play with demons. I don't know. Listen, baby, I'd rather say problems, but you have to face those things that you have been avoiding. Because the thing about ow, I kind of just scratched myself too hard. My nails have been getting long, and I be scratching myself with too much pressure. But the thing about the truth is, it can be avoided. Yeah, the truth can be avoided, but it cannot be denied. And the more and more you just try and cover up the truth, the more and more you try to just avoid it, the more prominent the truth will be in your life, and the harder it's going to get to avoid it until you decide to face it. If you are steady trying to, and what I'm saying with all of that, and you can take that and apply it to any kind of context in your life, but what I'm saying with all of that is, when it comes down to the truth is, there is nothing you can do physically to get you to where you want to be faster. Look at these ducks. If I didn't know any better, I'd say those ducks was coming home with me, and I'm gonna have me a duck dinner. If you want to live the life that you are telling God that you want to live, know that you cannot control how it unfolds. And that's the truth. And a lot of the times we try to avoid the truth by trying to bend reality and manipulate reality, in so many words. If there is let's say something that you want to do, I just, like, for example, right off the top of my head, if there's someone who you want to be in a relationship with, there is nothing you can do to manipulate that person to being in a relationship with you. You kind of have to allow things to unfold naturally and let things take its course. Now, when it comes to healing, there is no amount of meditation, there is no amount of journaling, there is no amount of self-care, doing your nails, doing your skincare, and all that sorts of things that will boost the healing process and speed up your healing process, because healing happens over time. Think of it, if I had a big old gash in my arm, right? There is no amount of cleaning that wound and bandaging it that will make that wound heal faster. Cleaning the wound, yes, is very, very good, but at the end of the day, it's still going to heal on its own time. That's like if I were to bite my nails down, way, way down, and then start loading my nails with growth oils and start taking all of these like vitamin thingies to try and make my nails grow, it would still happen over time. And that's the truth, is that change happens over time, and that there has to be so many different events to lead up to where you are. I want you to think back to a moment where you felt uncertainty to where you were going. You felt so uncertain about where God was leading you, and yet you still ended up in a better place than you used to be. I felt like, is it raining? Why did it just start raining out of nowhere? That's Florida for you. This is all a part of the journey. You see how this just happened naturally, and the rain is already slowing down. Like, there's nothing I can do physically to make this cloud go by faster. It's a part of the journey. Every little thing, every single rain, every time it rains, whenever there's sunshine, whenever there's, you know, a mishap, the mishaps really are not mishaps. They're to open your eyes and get you to learn something new. That's really what it's about. We have to be open to learning. We have to be open to listening to God more. I had someone ask me, and that's what the last video was about. Just someone was talking about, like, how do I surrender, or how do I heal, and all these things. And the main thing I can say is seek God. If there's one thing, the main reason why I made this channel in the first place was to not be the answer to someone's problems, but share the wisdom that God has bestowed upon me and point people in the direction of God, so that way they don't have to seek me out. They can seek God out and learn how to face God, learn how to go to God when they are faced with uncertainty, when they are faced with these things. One thing I will always do on this channel is just point people in the direction of God. But just trust in God. Even when you're knocked for a 6, or you're told to jump through hoops and rings of fire, and you be like, God, what is this? Like, what is this going through? It is strength training. Know that God is preparing you for what he has prepared for you. The preparation isn't going to be easy. It's like learning how to read. You've got to learn grammar. You've got to learn phonics. You've got to learn pronunciation. And I'm talking about pronunciation and its pronunciation. You see what I mean? Like, you've got to learn all these different things before you actually learn how to read. The destination is the reading part, but along the journey, like, the only way we learn, the only way we get stronger is by knowing that you don't know the answers, knowing that this is meant for you. In so many words, you can think of where you are right now is as strength training, preparing you to receive the blessings that God has prepared for you. But I hope I got the message across in this video for real, because that's all that I have. It's raining. I don't want to catch a cold, so I'm gonna journey on back home. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope the message really came across to really enjoy the journey where you are now. Because trust me, even though it doesn't look like what you thought it would look like, just enjoying it and smiling through the rain, dancing in the rain, not allowing the rain to ruin the party, but just enjoying it, it makes things a whole lot easier. Now, if I was to sit up here and start frowning because of the rain, like, oh my gosh, the rain, it ruined my video, I would not be having a good time. Positivity is the fuel that is going to prepare. Positivity is the fuel that's going to propel you to where it is you want to be. But that's all that I have for this video. The rain is definitely picking up a little bit, so I will catch y'all in my next video. Until next time, bye friends. I also wanted to say, like, this is where God has you right now. You can't fly to where you want to be. You can't teleport to where you want to be. You can only just take it day by day. And I'm telling y'all, like, acceptance makes the world of a difference. When you accept things, you allow yourself, when you accept, you put yourself in a flow state. You make your energy light as a feather, so that way you are pretty much just blown there. Now, when you start to resist where you are and start to do everything in your power to take control, you make your energy heavy like a freaking house. Well, you can't see the house behind me, but you make your energy heavy like a house. And the thing is, the wind cannot pick up a house and blow it to where it's meant to be. But when you allow your energy to be light by accepting what is and just focusing on healing, just focusing on just Anytime you have a negative thought pop up about yourself, anytime you feel like you're judging yourself, catch it right in the moment. Catch it like a fish, like, gotcha. And observe it and ask yourself, why am I thinking this way? Because negativity does slow us down when it comes to, negativity does slow us down when it comes to acceptance. It's harder to accept what things are when you just see things in a negative light so much. But when you just focus on positivity and instead of constantly being like, okay, I gotta focus on positivity, I gotta heal, I gotta grow, just let that go and just do it naturally. Like, you don't have to think too much about it. Thinking in the wrong way could really slow you down. It really can. Now, there's nothing wrong with daydreaming about where you want to be and all the endless possibilities, because at the end of the day, it's our daydreaming that set the destination for where we want to be. Whatever you daydream you want your life to look like, that is where God is leading you. So we have to trust that He is leading us there. The song popped up in my head after I ended the video. It's the song that goes like, Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders, and we walk upon the waters. And in so many words, He's asking you, He's begging you to trust Him. Trust that He's taking you there. Like, I'm so serious. This is why I love nature, because it just reminds me that everything is just happening as it is meant to happen. The rain clouds have passed. They're over there now. They've passed me by. There's no more rain. You've just got to sit through it with a smile, because it makes it so much easier. Now, if I was to sit here and be like, when is this rain gonna end? Is it ever gonna end? It would feel like it's taking forever, but the fact that I just faced it with a smile and I'm still here and I didn't go on home because I looked up at the sky and I was like, yeah, this will be over before I know it. That's literally all you have to tell yourself. I'm so serious. This is only temporary. Where you are right now in your journey is only temporary, and it'll be over before you know it. So just enjoy where you are. Instead of wishing that it's already over, just enjoy where you are. It will pass before you even know it. And when it does pass, you will realize that you have grown. April showers bring May's flowers. In so many words, the rain brings nurturing to the plants, and they're able to grow. In so many words, the rainy seasons in your life are really watering you to grow and get stronger. That's what it's doing. Instead of saying, oh, I don't like the rain. Do you see these trees around me complain about the rain? No, because they know the rain is only here to help. Yes, the rain clouds do cover up the sun. They do cover up the sun, and trees love the sun just as much as the rain. But the thing about the rain is just as necessary as the sun. And so one thing I say, and it's also part of one of my favorite song lyrics, is I'll take some rain with my sunshine. It's the song called Summer 2020 by Janae Aiko. And in the song, she says, I'll take some rain with my sunshine. And I feel her on that, because I could not be who I am today if it wasn't for those rainy seasons in my life. Appreciate where you are, whether it's sunny, whether it's rainy. That's the duality of life. Both the rain and the sun benefit you. A plant cannot grow without rain, and it cannot grow without the sun. So enjoy both, because it'll be over before you know it. And you want to have a good time no matter what. You have the ability to turn any moment into a good moment if you just allow yourself to do so. But that's really all that I have for this video. I just wanted to add that in there. If there's anything else I want to add, then I will add that.